First question, describe your season in 5 words.
Oh, okay. Like five separate words, I guess then. Okay.
If whatever you're into, if you want to make a sentence.
Um, it's probably easier to just do five different words. This is hard. Mm, okay, maybe one I'll say um pushing myself, which is 2 words, so there's two, and I say those ones because I think I'm like trying different things. Like just challenging myself in different ways. Like with hurdles, I feel like I'm working on something, and once I figure it out, I can like make a big improvement in my times because I've been running a lot of the same times lately. So like it's been kind of challenging mentally like navigating that, but like I'm pushing myself to stay positive even when I'm not seeing like results that I want, and like pushing through like the difficulties I've been having with that. Um, and then I will say surprising myself. That I say because I guess that's only adding one more word because I already said myself. But I say that because this weekend 100 for like this was my 100 since high school. And I would just say my first 200, but I ran one 200 indoors at a meet in Clemson. But like this is my first like 200 since high school. And I PB'd like really big and I wasn't expecting that. And like I mean, I knew I could do well, but I didn't think I would do as well as I did. And so then I got like I'm really excited about that now. Um and I get to run the two at nationals now too. So like yeah, it's fun to have um two events again because in high school I did like the two a lot with hurdles, so it's fun to like get back in that. And then like this indoor season I got to do like the three as well as my sprint hurdles, so like it's fun to not only be a hurdler a little bit right now, and I'm enjoying that, especially when I'm like navigating some of the frustrations I've been having with like some of the technical elements of hurdling at the moment. It's fun to like just run the two and be like, okay, I'm just running right now and I don't have to like think as hard. So that's been good. And then also, so that was I guess like 3 words ish. Maybe I'll say having fun because I'm trying to have fun with my outdoor season a lot and not put as much pressure on myself, which is easier said than done, you know? So, yeah.
Those are awesome. That was a great explanation for each of them.
Thanks.
What are you working on right now, technically, in the hurdles?
um I I keep running up on the hurdles, so then like I run up on it, so then I like clear it really high and then I lose all my momentum and then I do that over every hurdle and it like compounds as I keep going and it's getting really annoying because I feel like I have a good start and then I like struggle to keep that momentum going after I run up on it. So, yeah, that's been like driving me crazy because it's kind of like a habitual thing. Um, and it's like reflexive because I run up on it, so then I clear it high, and then I'm like trying to make up the ground that I lost, but I do that by elongating my steps, then I run up on it again. So I'm trying to
Hmm.
like be more like aggressive and like lean more, like be more forward, and that'll like kind of help with my footing a little bit. I'm also considering moving my blocks back a little bit, so then I'm in a better position going into hurdle one. I don't know. It's also like nationals are next week, so I don't want to. It's a lot right now, but like I'm gonna see what I can do over training for the next little bit before I leave and see if I can like smooth it over. Because I think like if I can set myself up into hurdle one, like the way I could if I didn't run up on it and I like actually kept my speed, I could just run so much faster. So yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. But it's getting frustrating when it doesn't come as quickly as you want to. But like hurdling is such a technical event that like the more you think about it when you're running, like you can't go as fast if you're thinking, but like I'm thinking so much right now, but I have to think to like fix it. So it's like, a tough balance. I guess I have to work on it at practice, but then like let it go to meet. I don't know, but yeah.
Have you considered trying 7 steps or no?
I don't think I could do that. I think I gotta become a little bit more powerful. I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah, people do it, but I think I I don't think I'm there yet. Also,
Nope.
it'd be so hard to change my blocks.
Mm.
I mean, actually, it's hard for everyone. You just have to like practice it, I guess. But like that'd be weird to change my blocks, but like completely. But if I get really, really strong, maybe I can do that.
That's funny. I was talking to Michelle Harrison last time, and she said like she lets go completely. Seems like you guys are kind of opposite. She
Well, I
doesn't
should
think
be
at
more
all.
like her because she's very fast.
Maybe if you watch the other video, maybe you learn. I don't know. She couldn't explain it how she does it.
Yeah, I'll have to watch.
Um, Talking about your weekend, how did you find the weekend? Like how, like in general?
Like AOs.
Yeah.
Um, I found it. Okay, so on Saturday I had hurdles and then Sunday I had my two. Saturday, I wasn't very happy with my hurdles just because you know how I said I've been like trying to fix a lot of things and I don't know, I couldn't put it together the way I would have liked to, and it was not one of my better times. um, so I was frustrated with that. But it's hard because I also have to like, be easy on myself when I'm working so hard on things and stuff. But yeah, I was hoping I could have put it together a bit better, but I didn't. And that's okay. But again, we're working on it for next time. And then for the Sunday, I was super happy about that because that was the twos. And honestly, like I used to be so nervous about running, like I mean, I'm always nervous about running, but like like racing, but like I used to always be so nervous about like twos, threes, anything like longer because I would just get nervous for how how long it is. But like hurdles, I'm like just nervous, like, oh my God, I hope I do well. But like the other races, I'm like, oh my God, this is gonna hurt. But then and that's just like the bulk of my nerves for those days. But after doing so much stuff in the indoor season with like the threes and 4x2 and 4x4, and I hadn't had that like full of a season in since high school. Like after I kind of got like acclimated to it a little bit more, and running the 400 definitely helps your outlook on it too.
Hmm.
So um now when this two came around now, I was like, okay, it's shorter than the four. You did the 4x4 indoors. That's okay. So I wasn't as nervous because of that. I was a little bit more like, don't worry, you did lots of this indoors. You'll be fine. And because I was like really frustrated with my Saturday, I was kind of like, you know what, this is kind of exciting because it's something you haven't done in a long time. You can kind of take pressure off yourself. And I honestly thought that I could do well in it since my indoor season was good with the long sprints. And I was like, you know what, maybe you can like do better than you thought in this and like just have fun. Um, so I had that mentality going into it. And then I guess, well, yeah, it helped to make a more fun day. I actually had a lot of fun running the two that day, and I never have said that I've had fun running like an open or like I've relays are fun, but like I've never said I had fun running an open two. Like I don't know, I just my memories of it from like high school were like brutal pain, like hurting a lot in the last 50 of it, but like I actually felt really good running it, and I like had my PB in the prelims, which I ran 23:59, which was like a half second PB from the one race I ran indoors with it, and I was like super impressed by that. So that made me feel really good. And then the finals I didn't run as fast, but it was still like would have been a PB if I hadn't run what I ran in prelims. I ran like a 23:8 in the final. And yeah, that made me really happy. And it also showed that with my hurdle races right now, it's definitely more of like a body positioning technique problem as opposed to a like not that I thought it would be a hurdle endurance problem or like I mean a speed endurance or whatever endurance problem, but it showed that it definitely isn't that, because I have that element. I just, yeah, proves that it's more of the technical stuff. But yeah, it was a good Sunday, was really good, and it made me feel happy because I also wanted to try and qualify for the 2 for nationals. That was like, oh, if since I'm running the 2 at AOs, let's see if I can do that. It would mean I'd have to PB, but like I think I could do it. So I'm happy because I did do it, and now I'm like excited to run it again, especially since it didn't hurt as bad as I thought it was gonna hurt. So yeah, and my teammates did really, really well. A lot of them PB'd in the 2 on Sunday, so we were all just in a great mood. So that was nice too. Yeah.
That's awesome to hear. Yeah, it's always great when your teammates are also having a great time.
Yeah.
You also talked about you talked about nerves, which you like talked about in the Next Up mag that you were featured in with
Mhm.
at a Nike. So like you talked about nerves. How would you deal with that? Not like in general. Like before it was like getting scared of the distance and now it's hurtling. How do you
I
deal with those nerves?
honestly, I should stop getting scared of like distance, because that's not good. I sign up for it, right? Like I shouldn't be scared for how long it is. I I'm getting better at that. That's just that part I have to just, you run it to feel it and you're like, actually you'll be fine, you know? But
Mhm.
like for performance nerves, I think some of it's inevitable to some extent, but it's, what's interesting, like some races I run and it's like I might go into a race and I actually feel like really, really calm and I don't really get nervous. Like I might barely get nervous, but then some races I have like the most nervousness ever. And it's interesting because like I don't always know when it's gonna be one of the calm ones and when if it's gonna be less calm. But like I think I've also from that I've learned that like nervousness isn't bad. And I think the times when I've been able to like actually, yeah, rewind. I think some of the times I've been able to um switch into like being a lot more calm is when I feel the nerves, but I like try and like channel it into excitement instead, because I don't know if you know like the saying that like it nervousness and excitement is like the same thing. It's just like how you're, I don't know if that's actually true, but like I try and like believe it and I'm like, it's okay, like let's just be excited. So I try and do that. I've obviously had like crazy nervous, like really nervous times, but we all have. But I think usually when if it gets like really bad like that, like I have to just kind of like take a moment and like close my eyes and just might like visualize or just like ground myself for a little bit, and then I'm able to like kind of come back into it. But I also just remind myself that this is for fun, so it's okay. And that usually helps too. Sometimes I get really nervous like at the start of the day, and then once I get to the venue, I calm down until like it's right about go time again. So I like to get to the venue early because that usually helps me a little bit to like be like, oh, never mind, it's okay. uh and seeing some people usually helps to bring me back and be like, okay, hi, and stuff, and it, makes you feel a little bit more present, and that calms me down too. But yeah, usually channeling into excitement and then getting there early helps me. And you always have to trust what you've done, right? There's only so much you can do. And um it's also such a short race. Like it goes by so quick. It's kind of crazy to think about like how much buildup it is for something so short. So I have to remember that too, and it usually helps. But yeah, I just try and have fun the best I can. But I mean, I'm still learning about these things too, because I feel like as you go through more and more, you kind of get exposed to different challenges that kind of test what you thought you were able to like navigate. So then you have to like, reboot for those moments. But yeah, I'm definitely better than I used to be. And yeah, that was a long answer. But I don't know if that even answered it very well. But yeah.
No, that was a great answer. That's a great answer.
Okay.
In a in the magazine, you also wrote sometimes you just need to let go and let yourself perform.
Yeah,
Were you talking to yourself, you think? Or were you writing to yourself when you wrote that?
definitely. Definitely. Um, when it's such a technical event, you just have to let go. But like I said, it's so hard when you're like trying to focus on so many things. Um, but yeah, I think like again, this is everything I say is also talking to myself because I don't always do everything that I say, but I try my best. But you have to kind of like think about everything while you're at practice. You can think about it in warm up too, but like when you're actually gonna run, like you just have to run because you kind of lose the like you kind of lose just the like the instinctiveness of racing if you're thinking about it too much. And when you're doing like a short sprint, like 100 or 100 hurdles and stuff, well, like just especially 100 hurdles, just because it's so like truncated and technical, you just have to run. And if you hold back at all, it's you're not like it's just not going to be what you wanted. Like my coach always says, um like you have like you want to be like on the brink of chaos, which is like scary, but the only way to be on the brink of chaos is to like just like let go and just gas pedal on. And the only way to be like gas pedal on is to not be like, okay, so thinking about this and this and trying to focus on this and this, you know what I mean? So yeah, you definitely just have to let go. And when you let go, it's less stressful. And when it's less stressful, it's more fun. And yeah, these things also help when like afterwards and to like reflecting on your races and things like that. Like it's just, you kind of have to take everything
Mhm.
inside like that too. But yeah.
What are you looking forward to for next year?
Hmm. I There's a lot of changes for me next year because I'm going into teachers college, which means I'm leaving Guelph. We don't have teachers college there, and I'm switching. Well, I'll be like with a new environment and a new team for my time at West. I'm going to Western, yeah, for my time at Western and stuff. So that's gonna be a big change for me, but um I already have some friends on the team and they are all so nice, and it seems like it's going to be a great environment. So I'm excited about that. I'm sad about leaving my Guelph friends and my Guelph team and the environment there because I've had like the best 5 years ever. But I think I'm gonna really enjoy the people and environment at Western too. So yeah, it's gonna be different, but I'll yeah, so that'll be interesting for me, just being with a new team and like seeing new perspectives for things. I'm excited about getting more into like my long sprinting again now that I'm like I had this past indoor season with it, and I just had my 200 this past weekend. I'm actually really excited to push myself in that area again, after having been out of it for so long. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what lies with that. And obviously like I mean doing more events like it helps cumulatively, but like especially in 100 hurdles, like having a lot of 100 hurdlers end up running the two a lot because it actually translates more than you would think, just because 100 hurdles isn't necessarily equating to like 100 meters. It's more of like 150
Mhm.
plus effort if you're just comparing it to a straight sprint. So that's why like the two is really popular for 100 hurdlers. So I'm hoping that as like I keep improving, if on that side, I can like see my hurdles times go down as well. And honestly, I love the indoor season. Like I love 60 hurdles. It's nice and short, so that's probably part of it. But like I love 60 hurdles, so I'm always excited for that. And yeah, so excited to get into the long sprinting more, and then it'll just be a new experience for me next year when I'm with um like in a different city and trying new perspectives on things and stuff. So interesting to see how it will contribute to my growth and stuff. So yeah, I'm excited.
What's the longest distance you think you'll ever run?
I'm not running longer than 400. And like you could, I don't know, after my indoor season, I had like when I did when I did the 4x4 this year, which I did it once in my fourth year. Wait, no, I did it twice in my fourth year, but like I did it this year. Like I was an alternate the one time in my fourth year and I had to run. And then the other one was like and everybody was just doing it. But like this year I was like, I want to like do the 4x4 like I want to be like not alternate, like I want to be on the team. So after I was doing a lot with that and like ran the 3 and was able to run the 3 at U Sports as well, my my teammates were like, "You do long hurdles," because I actually used to do long hurdles in high school, but after it changed to, I did it when it was 300 hurdles, but once it changed to 400 hurdles, I didn't do it anymore because that's its own beast. If 300 hurdles still existed, I would do that in a heartbeat because I actually started liking the 300 this year, and yeah, but I could, I think the like I could maybe maybe be convinced to do 400 hurdles, but I don't know. That's just such a mean event. Like it's so hard. But yeah, I don't know. If I really started loving the 400s for some reason, then you could get me into it. Some people do say 400 hurdles is like easier to navigate than the 4 just because like you have the steps, right? So
Yeah.
like I don't know. That's been an argument that's been used on me, like, oh, it's actually better than the 4 because blah blah blah. Because I was like, you think I'm gonna run over hurdles when I'm dying over the last 100 of a 4? No. But they're like, oh, it's actually easier. I don't know. But maybe at one time I could maybe, I don't know, do that. That would be the max that I would do though. I'm not going up to the 6. That would be so hard. And I'm not going up to the 8. So yeah.
I agree. The 4 hurdles is easier to navigate than the 4.
Okay.
I'd give it a shot. No one's gaslighting you.
Okay.
Who's your favorite person to compete against?
My favorite person to compete against? Well, I've had such an awesome training group at Guelph. Like they're literally like I have so many best friends on that team. They're awesome, and a lot of them are my direct competitors. And honestly, it's so much fun racing with them. We don't get like what's the word? Like we don't get like, you know, or anything. Like we just have a lot of fun racing against each other. Like it's so fun running hurdles with like Nika and Kendra. That's always been great. And then once I started going into the longer sprints more and running the 3s and stuff with Zoe, and then that's been fun too. I always love running with my teammates, and then running the 2 this weekend. Jacqueline, Nika, and I were in the same like prelim heat, and we were all like excited about that. So yeah, I really like running with them. It's fun. I feel like I've been able to make friends with a lot of my competitors, so like it's always so much fun. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of my teammates definitely enjoy running with them, and yeah, everybody I've been running against this season has been awesome. So been loving that. Honestly, the high performance loop that like, you know what I mean? This year, there was so much, like the competition level was so high,
Yeah.
which was really exciting. And you know, when you're in like call rooms and it gets really like it's kind of nerve-wracking because like some people don't want to talk and then everybody's just kind of like really tense and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
getting more nervous. Like in my call rooms this year, everyone's been like in really good moods and like chatting a lot, and like everybody's been so friendly. I'm like, this is so fun. Like I love running against you guys because you're all so nice and we're all like having fun. So that's been good. I also really like running against Miriam Abdul Rashid. She we kind of say that we've like adopted her at Guelph. And we always like Nika and I always, it was weird, like last year or something, one of us would always be beside Miriam in all of the races. Like if we were in the same race, we would be in the lane beside her, like always. So we'd always be like, hopefully it's a Guelph sandwich. And we're like, so we love also running with Miriam because yeah, she's awesome and she's super, super speedy. And it's also been really exciting to see her progression because I think she can go to Worlds this year and that would be so awesome because she's the best. So yeah.
Are you looking forward to run the CTFL final next with Nike?
I am looking forward to running that. We'll like travel up to it together, so that'll be fun. Yeah, it's always fun running with Nike. She's literally my best friend, so yeah.
It's always great running with your best friend.
Pardon me?
It's always great running with your best friend.
Yeah, and it's great having her as a training partner. I'm gonna miss her next year, that's for sure. But I I'm from Kitchener, so like I'll be back at home in the summer, and I'll be back training with her next spring and summer, so I'll get to be reunited, but I'll miss her during the school year, that's for sure.
I've got a deck of cards. They're all kind
Okay.
of just questions. So I picked one card. So what's the scariest thing you've done for fun?
The scariest thing I've done for fun. I feel like I'm not gonna have a good answer to this.
I can give you another one.
I don't think I do anything super scary. I'm kind of like scared of a lot of things.
I feel like that one's not that great. What is one thing you should know how to do by your age but still can't figure out?
What's something I should what?
Know how to do at your age but you can't figure out.
Oh, something I should know do at my age. There's definitely answers for this. I should be a better cook than I am. I'm not a great cook. I wish I was a better cook. And at the age I'll be 23 soon, I should be better. I mean I can cook. I don't want to say I can't cook. I can cook, but I'm just not very efficient.
Mm.
And yeah, I need to get better at like meal prepping and stuff, and that's something I feel like a lot of people are really good at by the time you've lived in like university housing for at like 5 years. You didn't know how to do that by now, but I'm just bad at it. So that's something I would like to really hone in, but yeah.
That's a good answer. I had a feeling it was gonna. I don't know why. I had a feeling it was gonna be that. Um, I've been eating a lot of freezies recently, and someone asked me to ask you this. What's your favorite color freezie?
mm,
That-
maybe orange.
That's
I
my
also
favorite too.
like purple though, I
Purple is
think.
good.
Yeah.
Purple and orange are great. Orange anything is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
And if you had to come up with a new track rule, what would it be?
Mm. Okay, you know what? I think the false start rule is kind of harsh. So maybe I would go back. Well, okay, I guess it's a lot when they do the thing where it's like everyone gets 2 tries. But
Hmm.
or maybe they should go back to the thing where it's like at Worlds, I'm pretty sure they just do like you just false start, you're out.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing like when we were watching last year, and there was actually like a lot of the calls with that, and like Devin Allen false started in hurdles, and but like he was like, I literally didn't false start, and they were like, no, but like look, you did, and it was like really fishy and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like we should go back to like charge to the field and then you're out or something, because that one's just a little bit cutthroat sometimes. I don't know. I thought they were like it was kind of crazy how often it came up at Worlds and people literally didn't think they false started. So maybe I'd go back to that. There's definitely more answers for this that would be good, but I don't know if I can think of another one right now.
What do you think about women running 36-inch hurdles in the sprint hurdles?
No.
No?
I hate when people say that.
Really?
No, I don't want to do that.
You don't,
I don't have to. Why would I want to go over higher hurdles?
that's
That'd be.
true.
I would prefer to keep them at 33s. Although, yeah, I've definitely gotten that before. People are like, "Oh, women should run over 36," and I'm like, well, usually the person saying it to me isn't a hurdler, so I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. But if you're a hurdler, then I can receive it a bit better. But when people aren't hurdlers, I'm like, you go over the 33s and then we'll talk. Although literally right now I'm clearing the hurdle way higher than I'm supposed to because I'm running up on it, where I could probably, if the race was over 36s, I'd probably be running it. I'm probably running over 36s right now, which is not good. So yeah.